troops of Operation Safe Haven have significantly restored peace in the Plateau. And don't quote me, you can quote the governor of Plateau State. Those were his words. Now, though the year commenced on the wrong footing in the Plateau, the troops have boxed in the terrorists and limited their activities to low-level skirmishes from time to time. Troops have neutralized several of the terrorists and violent extremists, their leaders, their commanders, and their combatants. The troops of Operation Safe Haven also have continued to dismantle the support network for the terrorists and violent extremists operating in the Plateau in the course of their operations. These operations have led to several arrests of notorious gun runners, kidnappers, informants, as well as terrorist collaborators. Overall, troops of Operation Safe Haven neutralized 411 violent extremists in the course of the year, arrested over 1,800, and rescued over 920 kidnapped hostages in the course of their operations this year. The troops of Operation Safe Haven also recovered 238 AK-47 rifles, over 300 fabricated guns, and over 295 assorted ammunition and ammo, among others. Still in the North Central, let's take a peep into Operation Wild Stroke. The troops of Operation Wild Stroke sustained their operations all through the year in Benue, Taraba, and Nasarawa states. The troops' operations significantly delivered damages to the terrorist fighting capabilities as well as their military capabilities. The troops of Operation Wild Stroke did not relent, but hunted down the terrorists, flushed them out, and striking them in areas in which they were hibernating. The troops also arrested several notorious gun runners, kidnappers, and terrorist collaborators. Now, in the course of the year, I have been churning out their names, and so you have those details already. The terrorists were denied the ability to carry out major offensives to harm citizens. Rather, they carried out low-level skirmishes on soft targets. This explains why we're having several attacks on isolated communities, which we are working on how to prevent in future. Overall, the troops of Operation Wild Stroke neutralized 583 terrorists, arrested 916 of them, and rescued 649 kidnapped hostages in the course of their operations so far this year. The troops also recovered 291 AK-47 rifles, over 300 assorted ammunition and arms, and over 12,000 rounds of 7.62 millimeter special ammunition, among others. The troops of Operation Hadinkai fought intensively from January to date against the terrorists. The troops invaded terrorist hideouts, their strongholds and enclaves to flush out terrorists and destroy them wherever they were and are hibernating. Additionally, offensive operations were conducted to known terrorist safe havens, such as the Sambisa Forest, the Timbuktu Triangle, as well as the Tumbuks which is along the Lake Chad Basin. Several terrorist leaders, combatants, and their families surrendered as a result of the intensity of troops operations. Many of the terrorists on the wanted lists have been taken off the battlefield, and sooner than later, we will be putting out a new poster or banner of wanted terrorists, being that those that are on the banner, the current banner, have been taken out, and we need to take out their replacements. Overall, from January till date, troops of Operation Hadinke neutralized 918 terrorists, arrested 2,285 of them, and rescued 1,496 kidnapped hostages in the course of the year so far. Additionally, troops recorded over 15,950 surrendered terrorists, and these are combatants and their families. This demonstrates how the motivations of the terrorists is getting lower and lower each passing day. The summary of recovered items include 1,682 AK-47 rifles, 392 fabricated rifles, over 400 Dane guns, and over 360 assorted ammunition, among others.